complete Wondershare Filmora 14 video editor guide for beginners. Now, even if you are completely new to Filmora 14, then also this complete guide will take you through step by step from all basic stuffs to advanced level of video editing using Filmora 14. I'll cover all the basic stuffs right from applying cuts and trims to applying AI effects that can really bring the wow effects to your videos. Also, don't skip any part of it because this complete tutorial is going to be packed with all the editing secrets, and you are going to learn from someone who is one of the top instructor in Udemy regarding Filmora 14. So that being said, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's start this tutorial right now. So if you are completely new to Filmora 14, or if you don't have Filmora 14, you can follow the link below and you can get hold of Filmora. Now, once you install it in your computer or laptop, this should look something like this, right? This is the interface of Filmora 14. Now, coming to the step-by-step tutorial, this step is going to be the code editing step where I'll be taking you through what the editor looks like, what are the basic components in here, and how you can apply the basic editing effects like adding your track, editing your track, applying cuts, applying split, and other basic stuff. So let's start right now. So this is the basic interface of Filmora. In here, you can find all the projects that you are working on, right? In here, you can start a new project. In here, you can find all the tools that you regularly use. And from the left-hand side, you can find all the menu. This is the toolbox area from where you can find all the AI related stuff. That being said, let's go ahead and let's start a simple project and let's get started with Filmora interface. So let's hit on new project over here. And now what you can see on screen is what Filmora 14 looks like. Now in here, you have this button over here, clicking on which you can change this interface. Just click on this and you can see there are default interface, organized interface, there are timeline interface, classic and short video. Depending on what kind of video you are and what you are used to, you can choose yours. I'm more interested in this default one, so let's select that. Now once this is done, let me show you where you can find which type of things. Now this is the thing where you can see different inbuilt assets of Filmora. On the left hand side, you can find the file structure, and in here you can find all the files that are included within a file structure. Depending on what you select here, this area will happen dynamically. This is your preview screen where you can see all that's happening with your video after applying the effects or the cuts that you do. And in here right below, there you can find the timeline. So on the timeline, you can add your videos, your audios and everything. On the right hand side, you can find the properties of any particular object. So this will become more clear to you as we proceed, right? But currently just remember this thing. So the very first thing that you want to do with Filmora is importing your raw clip, right? So for that, we'll head over to media, and within media, we will click on import, and let us select this file just for an example, right? So all that we need to do is select the file and click on open. And as soon as we do so, you can see it has been imported. Now you can go ahead and import multiple files as well. Say for example, I want to add another media. I can just click over here and then select the video and click on open, and boom, it would be added as well, right? So in this way, you can add multiple videos with which you want to work. Now let's bring this to our timeline. So to do that, there is two options. One is click on this plus icon just like this, and it will ask for the settings. So let's go for the project setting, and boom, it would be added, right? You can see over here, it has been added. So this is what your timeline means, right? Now there was another way of actually bringing a video into a timeline, which is you can just catch hold of this and you can bring it, just drag it over here and leave it over here, and boom, it would be added to the track as well. So that's how it works. These two are the ways in which you can add your media. Now once your media is added, we will go for some basic things that any and every editor needs at the start, which is actually trimming or cropping the unessential part out of the video, right? So for that, you can see over here, this, if you follow along, you can see in here there is an audio waveform, right? And right in this part, there is nothing. That means there has been nothing said in this video. So maybe I was preparing on this time. So let's go ahead and play this, and you will see the same thing happening. So for that, we'll drag the cursor and I'll click on the play button on this preview. And as you can see, I'm getting ready. So you saw that, right? And therefrom I start, right? So my first intention should be to cut apart this part wherein I'm not saying anything. So for that, I'll just take this cursor over here, and in here I get the Caesar icon, right? Just click on that and that will apply a cut. As you can see, this is what we call splitting a video part. Now the video has been splitted into two parts. One is the small part where we have nothing, and the other is this part where we have the video. So to delete the part where we don't have anything, we just need to hit on delete, and boom, it would be deleted, right? So that was something that if we want to delete anything from the starting of the video, we can do it in this way. Now what if we want to delete something from from the middle of the video. So for that, let's go over here and let's say right from this 10 seconds to the mark of 15 seconds, I have done a fumble. Just for an example, right? Something has gone wrong, some object has come up or something I don't want to show on the video. So what I can do is that I can take this cursor to this 10-second mark, I can hit on the scissor, and then I can again go over to this 15-second mark, as you can see, and again I can hit on the scissor. And now as you can see, the entire clip has been split into 3 parts. One is the starting, one is the middle, and one is the end. So the middle part is something that I don't want. So I'll select the middle and hit on delete, and boom, it would be gone, right? So that's how the basic thing works. Again, if you want to cut anything from the end, you can just come over here and apply the cut and hit on delete, and boom, it would be deleted. So this is the way that you can apply the basic things like split, cut and delete, right? Now what if you want to add another video after this? We have sequence like this. I've shooted a raw film and then it would be followed by another one, right? So let us assume that this thing follows this footage over here. So what we can do is that we can just drag this and place this right after its ends over here, right? Just leave it over here and boom, you can see it has been added, right? So now if we go over here, you can see it has been added. So that's how cool it is. So I have basically shown you how you can add multiple videos into your timeline, how you can split, how you can cut, how you can delete and do everything. Now there is one more interesting thing is that you can see there is a scene change that goes on. Here is full screen and here am I as a little overlay on the screen, right? So there is a scene change. So for scene changes, you see professional video editors apply transitions, right? So we can apply that right over here. In here, we have this field called transitions. Click on that. And from here, you have a turn up for you transitions, right? You can just add them, just drag them over here and place it over here, right? And boom, you can see the transition has happened. So let's play this and just watch out this preview area and you will find out. And if this is the first,
Hey, welcome to this tutorial, and in here I'm going.
so you can see that. That's how cool it is, right? So that's how you can add transitions to your video clips. Now, moving forward, how you can add little titles on top of your videos. So for that, we'll just come over to titles right over here. And in here, we can add any kind of title that we want to. We can just drag it onto our timeline just like this and place it on top of our video, right? And then you can just bring the cursor on top of this place over here and you can see this on screen, right? Just select this and go ahead and make your edits. Or on the contrary, there is another way to change things. That is on this right hand side, you can see the entire properties of this text, right? Say for example, on the text, I want to write Cheyenne, right? Now I want to place it right on the bottom of the screen, just like this. Now I want this to animate. So I'll go over to animate and then I'll select an animation effect and boom, there you go. So that's how you can actually animate stuff as well. So that's how easy Filmora 14 is. And I really hope you are finding it very easy. If you are, consider liking because nobody else will show you these steps in such easy and lucid ways, right? So we are not done yet. There are plenty of things. We will go along in a steady way so that you can get along too. Now, apart from this, there can be another basic thing that you want to know while starting out is how to adjust the volume. That is, if a part of the clip is too low or too high, how you can manage the volume bar. So for that, we can find this line over here. Let me actually show you this line. This line right over here, as you can see, this is a horizontal line, as you can see over here, right? It is across the entire clip. So we can find over here, the sound is a little low, right? If you consider the other parts. So what we can do now is that we can come over to this, we can click on this and drag this up. And as you can see, the sound is going up, right? And in the same way, we can make it go down as well. So that's all up to us. We can actually play around with this, or there is another way to do that. You just need to come over to audio, and from here, you can actually change the volume quotient from here. So that is all about the basic editing, where I've shown you how to apply cuts, how to add different videos, how to play around with the volume, that is make it up or down, how to add transitions, and how to add titles. That's almost all the things that you need to know as a beginner that is creating your first project, right? Now, gradually we are going to move along, right? So I hope you are getting it. So now that we have covered the basic things, it's time for us now to move on to a little more complex things. So for that, let me introduce the new features in Filmora 14, or the brand new AI features, I must say, that has been incorporated in Filmora 14. So to find out the AI features, all that you need to do is that we need to open Filmora right from start, right? So I'm not saving this one, right? Because I'll do more stuff. So right on here, you can see I have opened a brand new Filmora window, and right in here, you can find this AI studio. You just need to come over here and click on these 3 dots. As soon as you do so, we'll head over to toolbox, and in here, we'll find all the new features. As you can see, these are all AI features. Like it has this brand new feature where it can do audio to video. It can do smart short clips. That is, you can upload a long form video and it can convert it into short clips. Then you have smart scene cut, where it automatically finds out the focus canvas area and cuts away that part. Then you have the video enhancer where you can fix blurry videos. Then you have the idea to video wherein you can actually generate any videos from a prompt like Kling, like Runway, like Soda, right? So this is in a beta mode. We expect Filmora to become even better with this with time. Then there is image to video where you can simply upload an image and you can have a video from there. You can see over here, you can have these two people fighting. You can have two guys kissing, hugging. All of that can be done. I have a video on kissing video, I think on Filmora as well. If you want to take a look, you can do it. I'll leave it in the description. Then there is AI color palette from where you can find out the different colors within the video and you can play around with them. Then there is the smart background music generation by which you can actually generate background music without any copyright. Then there is auto reframe option as well, which is very, very good for creating shots and all. Then there is planner tracking. It's more like motion tracking, but it's a little different to that. I'll come to this. Then there is multi-camera editing. This is very, very important because this actually syncs with the voice and then it has a multi-camera cut. Say for example, I'm filming from this camera and then there might be another camera. So sometimes I look to this and sometimes I look to this. So Filmora auto finds it and cuts it for us. So that's a great feature to have. Apart from this, it has this AI portrait cutout in which you can change any background. It doesn't require green screen. You can make it out on any platform that you want to. Then there's AI object remover wherein you can remove any object from your video. AI face mosaic in which you can see this example. Like if you are interviewing someone whose face you don't want to show, you can apply this, right? Then there's AI translation which can convert your videos from any original source language to any language that you want to. Then there's AI stickers, AI voice cloning where you can clone your own voice. That gives you a ton of advantage. Then there's AI music in which you can generate whatever music you want to. AI text to video, screen recorder, AI image. You can go for AI text-based editing. This can really save you a lot of time. I'll show this, don't worry. Then there's silence detection, AI copywriting, instant cutter mode, instant mode, and auto beat sync. All of this. So you can see there are plenty of AI features that has been introduced. And let me know if you want a separate video just on the AI section, then I would be actually making it out as well pretty soon. So that was it regarding what's new in Filmora. I just gave you an overview regarding what features has been incorporated and it's very, very easy to implement as well. So coming over to the third section in here, I am going to explore some of the frequently used and very useful AI features in Filmora 14, right? So the first of them, which saves a lot of time for me basically, is this AI text-based editing. So for this, I'll just click on AI text-based editing and in here, I'm going to choose any of these files that I want to edit. Now in here, as you can see, this is a 20-minute long video. So let me show you the kind of advantage that you get. So let's hit on open and boom, it's asking me for the language, right? So it would be English US. It has auto detected it. So let it be and let's click on generate. And now as you can see, the conversion is in progress. So let's wait and boom, as you can see, what it has done is that it has created a transcript. Now you can see over here, the transcript is quite amazing. Whatever I'm selecting on this transcript, it's exactly showing me the part on the video, right? You can see this over here. Now, it can help you in two ways. One is that if you have to do minute editing, sometimes we've missed something on our ears. So what you can do is that you can read along the script. If it is a VSL or a kind of thing where you don't want to actually miss out any little word, then you can go ahead and see the script, right? And the second thing that actually saves you a lot of time is instead of manually detecting where we are silent, we can just go ahead and find these dot areas, right? Just select them and you can see the entire silence part has been selected, right? So what we can do is now is that we can just hit on delete and boom, you can see right from the video it is deleted. So in this same way, you can actually one click and delete all silent clips right from here. So if we hit on that, you can see all the silent parts of the video has been deleted and now the video that we have is of 9 minutes. So you can see in place of 20 minutes of raw file, I'm getting a 9 minutes of raw file, which actually makes my work a lot easier as a video editor, right? So this is something that I would actually recommend you to do to save your time. Now that being said, you can also use this as an editor as well. You can see over here, you can actually edit from these writings, or if you want to actually edit it in the normal way, you can just come over here and click on export to timeline. And once you do that, you can see the entire video has been loaded in the timeline and there is a little caption row that has been added. So this is a good way to add caption. As you can see over here, the captions come up. So if we play this, carefully look at this.
Video podcast in minutes. How to create AI video podcast in minutes with lifelike AI avatars without.
So you can see these are happening in real time. So what I have been able to achieve is that I have been able to achieve a caption as well. Now, if you want to edit the fonts and the appearance and everything, you just need to come over to this layer. This is the caption layer. Just double click on that and it will open up in this kind of an editor. This is the caption editor where you can edit anything. If there is some mistake in the caption, you can edit it right from here. You can apply your presets. If you have selected any presets, you can apply it from here. If you want to customize anything, you can do from here. If you want to add animations, you can do from here. Say for example, I want to add appearing text animation to it like this, or maybe I want to add a typewriter animation to it like this, right? And I want the duration to be a little longer as well. So I can actually keep it like this, right? And this is how the animation will happen. Now, if I want to change the fonts and the font weight and anything, I can just do that over here. You can see it's very, very simple to do. I can just have it like this. I can change it to bold, or I can leave it not bold, whatever I want to. I can change it to italics and I can click on save and boom, it would be done, right? So now you can see it's coming up in bold and it's coming up in italics as well. So that's how easy it is, and you can actually go around and play around with it. Now, there's a better way to do captions. We'll come to that as well, but this I just wanted to let you know that you can do with AI text-based editing. So that was one of the AI features that I use regularly. I hope you have found it interesting. Again, hit the like button. Don't be shy. I'm taking a lot of time out of my busy schedule to create a tutorial just for you so that you can get benefited. So if you think you are going to be benefited, please go ahead and hit the like and don't forget to subscribe as well. That being said, let's head over and let's check out the other most important AI feature. Now, this feature I will show right from here. This is called AI caption, and this is very much related to this. So what I can do is that I can delete this caption timeline over here. Now you can see there is no caption appearing. So I want the caption to appear more dynamically. So I'll just head over to titles, and in here I have a thing called AI captions, right? So for this, we'll come over to the clip on which I want to add this AI caption. Say for example, this clip I want to add AI captions to. So let's select this and then let's come over to AI captions. And in here we have speech to text, AI translation and dynamic captions. So I can go ahead and select anything that I wish to. So I'll go for speech to text, right? And then you should choose to which part of the clip you want to apply it, right? To the entire sequence or to the clip. Now I had selected a clip, so let's go for clip selection. And then the transcription language. Again, it's auto detect. I can leave it as auto detect, or I can choose English as well. Then if I want the captions to appear in another language, I can go to this translation and I can actually translate it to other language, like a Hindi video with an English subtitle or an English video with a French subtitle, something like that, right? So you can do that. And then there is the output format. So you can find it as SRT, or you can actually get it as titles. I want it as titles because I want to apply it right in my video. So once this is done, I'll click on generate. And as you can see, it's generating it. So we have to wait. And boom, you can see it has generated these captions over here. So let's go ahead and play this.
The best part, you can have complete control over the script and you can do a multiple actor based podcast as well.
So that's how this caption works. And again, if you want to edit it, it's as simple as we did the previous time. Just go ahead, double click on these captions. And on the right hand side, you can find all the basic things. Like on the text, you can come up over here and you can change the fonts. You can change the way they appear like this or whatever. If you want to change it, change the font size, you can do that as well. Say, for example, I want a larger size just like this. I can do that, right? Then if I want a background on this caption, I can just come over here and I can just select on background, turn on, and then I can select a background color to this as well. So in this way, we can highlight it and you can see it gives a completely new, brand new look and feel to it, right? Now it hasn't stopped over here. You can again come over to here and we can just head over to the animation stuff. And from animation, we can make it this kind of thing as well. Whatever, there are plenty of animation as you can see. So we can go ahead and actually change the animation type. We can change the duration to make the animation appear fast or slow, right? So let's go ahead and play this now.
You can have complete control over the script.
So you can see this has been applied to it. Now in the similar way, you can go ahead and apply this to the other parts as well. So that's how you can do AI captioning as well. Now there was another way. So let us go do that as well. Let us select this again and let's go for titles. And then let's go for dynamic caption. And again, I'm going to select clip. And then again, the language and all. Once done, I'll click on generate. So this time you can see this has been also generated. So let's go ahead and play this. And this time
you can control the timing of your podcast. You can control the narration, the language. You can do it in any.
I hope you can understand the difference, right? That's why I did both the things so that you can understand exactly which way you want to do it. So this actually gives you more and more dynamic captions. Like already the parts of your captions are highlighted. Then there is a current caption that is being rolling on. And all of this again is actually editable. Say, for example, if I go over to this text, you can see this is how this format are. And you can go ahead and actually change it. Say, for example, I want my text to appear like this one maybe. So I can just go ahead and select this, and then I can come back over here and I can click on this, and now you can see.
Podcast, you can control the narration.
That's how it changes, right? So it's one click right now. Now, if I want to change the second one, I can come over here and change it to this one. And maybe on the third one, I want to change it to this one, right? So now let's go ahead and play this and see what changes we get.
Now you can control the timing of your podcast. You can control the narration, the language. You can do it in any language that you want as well. Now, if all of that.
So you can see that, right? So that's basically how easy it is. And if you want to further make any changes, you can come over to this basic and you can change these things. Like the active word would be highlighted with yellow color. The keywords would be highlighted with green color. All of these colors can be changed based on your brand preference. Maybe you are working for a client who wants these to be red, and Filmora gives you that opportunity actually to customize it. You can do anything and everything with it. If you want to, you can go ahead and apply unlimited customization. So I really hope that this was a lot of questions were asked regarding AI captioning. So I thought of clearing out this one, right? So now a couple of more AI things that I want to show you over here is that one is called the AI image. So for that, we'll come over to media, and then we'll head over to actually stock media. And you can see these are some AI videos that I have created, right? So you can go ahead and create AI image to video in this way. You can actually create your custom one, AI kiss video, French kiss. So all of these are possible. You can see photo rebirth, live memory, all of these. If you have a photo and if you wish to actually give different type of effects to it, you can do it from here, right? So that's all doable. Now, apart from this image to video, there is one thing called AI image, right? So on the AI image, if I come over here, I get this prompt. Now, say for example, I am telling a story about a boy who is reading books, but I don't find a suitable picture anywhere. The problem is if I download anything from Google or any place, other places, I may get copyright issues. So the best thing over here is that I can come over here and instruct Filmora to create an image for me. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've given a boy reading a book sitting in a study table, right? And let's go ahead and click on generate. Now the prompt could have been more detailed, like the age of the boy, the ethnicity of the boy, the book that he is reading, all of that I could have given, but for the simplicity of the tutorial, I have just kept it as simple as possible. And boom, there you can see it has generated 4 versions. So this one looks like this, right? You can see over here on the preview. Then there's this one and it looks quite good as well. Then there's this one, again looks quite good as well. Then there's this one, again this is downloading, so we need to download it. However, this is the one that it has produced. So all of them are quite good, right? We can go ahead and use any of them. Just drag this and place it over here, and boom, it has been added. As you can see now.
That sounds interesting to you, then please click on
there you
go.
So in this way, you can create any kind of creative so that you can apply them as a B-roll on your videos. Now, apart from this, there is one more AI thing that you need regularly on your videos, which is AI audio. So for that, we'll go over to audio. And in here, as you can see, there is AI audio. So just click on that. And as soon as you do so, you can see you can create two kind of things. One is AI music, which you can use for your background music or your foreground music, wherever you want to. You can see over here, you can generate any kind of music that you want to. You can just come over here, click on this plus sign, and you can find all the different kind of music, right? Say for example, I want a cinematic music. I can just click on that. And if I want to generate it, I'll just click on generate and it will go ahead and generate it for us. So let's wait. And you can see over here, it has generated 3 variations. So let's go ahead and play this. So you can see that. Now let's download the other one and let's go ahead and actually play that. And then there is the other one as well. We can just hit on download and we can play this and we can listen to this as well. So you can see in this way, you can go ahead and actually generate any music that you wish to. Now, it doesn't only depend on music. You can go ahead on the sound effect and you can actually create your own sound effect. Say, for example, I want to create a sound effect of a morning with birds chirping, right? And let's go ahead and click on generate. And boom, as you can see, it has been generated. So let's go ahead and quickly download them, right? Amazing. Just look at the quality, right? So you are no longer dependent on the stock. You can go ahead and create your own music with it. You can create your own sound effects with it. And music and sound effects add a wow factor to your videos. We all know that, right? So that was one part that I wanted to show you. The next AI feature that I want to show you is AI text to speech. So for that, we'll come over to, again, audio and then AI audio. And then we have this text to speech, right? So just come over here and click on start. And then in here, you just need to enter your script. So I have written like this is a test of AI voice using Filmora 14, right? And then you can select your language, which language the text is in, that is your script. And then from here, you can find there are plenty of artists, right? You can choose any of them. Say, for example, you can just play to listen.
Wondershare
So this
Creativity
looks quite
simplified.
good, right? So we can go ahead and select that, or we can actually clone our own voice as well. So Filmora gives you that thing as well. So let's go ahead and click on generate. And as you can see, it has been generated over here. So let's go ahead and play this.
This is a test of iVoice using Filmora 14.
You can see it's amazing, right? So you can actually drag this into your project as a voiceover on any videos that you wish to. So that's another part of it. Now, last but not the least, another very useful AI feature that we have is the speech to text, right? This is just the opposite thing that we just did. Now, to find out the speech to text, let's select any of these clips, like for example, say this one, and then right click on this, right? And once you do that, you will see one thing which is called speech to text, right? Just go over there, click on that. And this is basically what we did under AI captions, right? So it's all the same, but I just wanted to let you know that if somebody asks you what is speech to text in Filmora 14, you know exactly where you to find it, right? So the speech to text and the AI captions are almost the same thing. It's one part of the AI captions, right? So that's how it actually happens. Now, apart from this, there are many more useful AI features in Filmora 14 as well. So for that, again, let's cut this off and let's start Filmora right afresh. And this is going to be the last AI feature that I'll show in this video. Let me know if you want more AI features. I'll show that in some other videos because this is going to be too long if I actually do all in this little video. So this is a brand new feature in Filmora 14, absolute brand new feature. And as you can see, it is in beta phase. So this is an idea to video, that is like prompt to video. So let's go ahead and do that. So in here, let's briefly describe a story from where I want a video. So in here, I have given a little prompt like a lonely little boy aged around 10 is lost while traveling through a jungle. He somehow finds a compass and finally exits the jungle, right? Then in here, we can select the video duration. It can be auto or up to 20 or 30 seconds, right? So let's go for 10 to 20. And then the style of the video, it can be anime, cyberpunk, comic, or realistic. Let's go for realistic and let's hit on launch AI script. And as you can see, it has created a couple of scenes, right? The scene one, here you can see lost in the jungle, core plot, the visual and the subtitles. And then right in below here, you can see the scene 2, which is facing challenges, right? And then there is a scene 3 as well, like finding the way. So it has actually converted this in all sense. Then there is a character that it has created. Now you can go ahead and upload your image as the character, or you can take help from AI to generate the character for you. And then there is the settings. We have already selected these settings, the voiceover and all of these can be done over here. Now, once you're happy with it, you can just click on generate and boom, it would go ahead and generate it for you. So let's wait until the generation is finished and let's see what Filmora 14 comes up with. And boom, there you go. It has created the scenes, the character, the voiceover, everything for us. So let's go ahead and play
In the
this.
heart of the jungle, a compass offers hope. The compass guides through wild challenges. Finally, the village appears a safe haven.
I must say it's quite good. Just thinking like the fact that I just given it a outline and it has gone ahead and created everything from us, right? From the script to the visuals to the character, all of that. The character was consistent as well throughout the video. And considering the fact that it is in beta mode, I am really expecting a lot out of Filmora 14 on this regard, right? Now you can go ahead and make changes over here as well. That's up to you. You can change the voiceover, you can edit the scripts, you can do anything that you want to, and boom, you are done, right? So that's quite amazing stuff to have. So I really hope that you are enjoying this little Filmora 14 complete tutorial. If you are, again, hit the like and consider subscribing. That being said, this wraps up this little AI section that we had. Now let's move over to some advanced yet regularly used tasks in Filmora 14. Now in this section, we will be diving deep into how to do green screen editing in Filmora 14 or how to remove any background in Filmora 14. So for this, we'll go over to new project. And in here, we are going to actually import a green screen video. So for this, let's go over to import again. And in here, as you can see, this is one of my green screen videos. So let's go ahead and actually import it. And as you can see, this is a VSL that I had created on a green screen. So what I want basically is to remove this green screen. And in place of green screen, I want anything, maybe a video background, maybe a still background, whatever I wish to, right? So let's go ahead and actually do this. So for this, let us actually assume that I want to remove the green screen for this little part, right? I'm not actually going for the entire video because the same thing, it's the same process, but I'll show you with this part itself, right? Now to remove a background, you will need a background, right? So for that, we either can choose a still or a video thing. So let's go ahead on the stock media and let's search out for something. Say I'm searching out for backgrounds, right? And you can see over here, these are all different backgrounds that are available. So I can find this one. This looks quite good, right? So let's go ahead and download this. So you can see this is what this background would be. Now let's drag this background right onto our timeline like this, right? So now once this is done, always remember that the background that you want would be below your green screen video, but currently it's above it, right? So we need to actually change the track positions. That we can do by just holding the track and dragging them, right? So now you can see the green screen is on top and this background is on the bottom, right? So let's play this.
Do you know what is the most in-demand?
So you can see now, as of now, there is no change because I have not removed the green screen. So to remove the green screen, all that I need to do is come over to here, and in here you can find this little tool over here, which is called the chroma. And in here we can just go for this chroma key. Or we can also come to this part over here. We can just select the video, come over to this part and come over to AI tools. And in here, we can find this thing called chroma key. It's the same. You can use it from here or from here. That's up to you, right? So let's go ahead and on the chroma key, turn this on. And on the color, you need to select the color of your background. So I had used a green screen. So I'm selecting a green screen. And as you can see, it's done, right? So now if I play this.
Do you know what is the most in-demand and high-paying skills in 2023? And
So you can see this is quite amazing, right? And this is what AI has done, because the offset I didn't need to adjust, the tolerance I need to adjust, but sometimes there can be a green little patch going around, right? So for that you would have to play around with these features, right? You can see that there is a bit of green tinge coming up. I can't do it too lower because that would turn it black. So I need to actually get a perfect thing, right? So that is it about green screen editing or the chroma key editing in Filmora 14. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. It's very easy. These things actually, we think of it as difficult tasks, but these are actually very easy to do. There's one more thing that I want to show you. Now, what if this video was not a green screen? So let's delete this video. Let's actually import another video. So in here, I have imported another video and let's place it over here on top. So now let us assume that I want to remove this background over here and I want to apply the previous background, right? So to do that, I would require another feature. Now this is called smart cutout. So for that, again, we just need to select the video, come over to this chroma key, or again, we can go over here as well. That's same. And in here, we can apply both of these. That is AI portrait cutout or smart cutout. Both works in a similar way. So let's go ahead for the AI portrait cutout. Just click on that. And as soon as we do so, you can see it's processing. So let's wait a little. And boom, as you can see, it has been applied over here. So now if we go ahead and play this. You saw that, right? That was how I created my own. So you can see we are no longer limited to green screen. We can actually remove background from any background that we have. And we can apply this AI portrait cutout on that, right? So we no longer need any green screen. Now heading over to the next section, which is color grading in Filmora 14. So color grading again has become very easy with Filmora 14. So let's go ahead and import one of our videos that we already have, right? And now let's actually check out the color corrections that we can do. As you can see now, currently it looks like this, right? So we can just select the video over here and then we can come over to this color. Click on that. And in here you have presets, right? So we can go ahead and we can actually choose the default presets and you can see there are plenty. Say for example, I want to make a portion of my video black and white. So what I can do is that I can come over here and split the video first, right? So let's split it and let us assume for this part I want a black and white effect, right? So I can just select this and then come over to this and select black and white. Now as soon as I do so, if I come over here, you can see this portion is black and white, right? And then in here the color appears. Now say for example, I want to change the color grading. Say I'm making another cut over here so that I can split it. And then I'm selecting this part. And on this part, I'm applying a color, say boost color, right? So now if I actually go, you can see this color over here. And then once we change this, you can see there is a lot of change in the colors. You can see that, right? You can see the effect. Just watch out this area over here as I move my cursor, right? So that's how cool the color grading can be. You can play around depending on what situation you are in, indoors or outdoors. You can choose these different color techniques. You can see this is brighten, this is cool. You can see all of them have different effects as you can see over here, right? So I kind of like this boost color or brighten. These kind of gives you a great effect. Then there's epic as well. You can go for this. You can go for fantasy. I love this low-mo one as well because this gives you those Instagram kind of features. So the opportunities are actually endless. You can go ahead and make changes and check out which one suits your video the best, right? Then there are alerts as you can see over here. You can go ahead and you can actually add your alerts if you have. You can see over here there are plenty of alert presets that are are available. Say if I want a cyberpunk one, I can just add it over here and you can see it has been added, right? So in the same way, I can go ahead and click on this and these are all done for us, right? There's black and white film, there's Batman style as well. So you can see over here, this has been applied. So you can see there are plenty of LUTs that are available. You can change the strength of the LUTs as well. That's up to you. You can even do a protect skin tone. Now, this is a particular new feature in Filmora 14, which is protect skin tone, which can actually enable you to keep the skin as it is while the other things changes, right? So this is a great thing to have. Now, apart from this, you also have this feature called AI color palette, in where you can actually generate different colors as well. You can select a reference frame, you can generate the color and you can apply it as well. So that's another great feature to have. So that's it regarding color grading and color correction in Filmora 14. Again, I hope you have found it useful. So let's head over to our next section. Now in this section, I'm going to talk about few very important stuffs like the effects on Filmora 14. Now in here you have this effects tab. You can come over here and you can find there are plenty of effects that are already there. Say for example you want to zoom in. So what you can do is that you can come over here and search for zoom. And in here you can see there are plenty of zoom that are available. I kind of like this slow zoom. So let's actually pick this out and let's bring this over to timeline, right? And let's drop it over here. Now just watch out for the zoom in. It can walk, it can talk. So you can see it zooms in really good, right? Now you can change the parameters. Say for example, if you want a horizontal shift, you can do this with this horizontal bar. Say, as you can see, my head is cut off a little, so I can change the vertical bar a bit as well. I can change the range to zoom in more or to zoom in less, just like this. And I can also control the speed of the zoom in, right? If I reduce it, you can see there would be a real slow zooming in, and right? The best part, it can actually create videos in any language that. So in this way, it is not only zoom, there are plenty of effects that you can find over here. Say for example, if I want a tilt effect, I can have it over here, right? If I want a pendulum effect, I can find it over here. So if I drop this over here, you can see the pendulum effect will take place. But over here is that it has a perfect lip sync. Look at this. So this is seamless, right? So this is a very, very important tab and I wanted to let you know about it because these are only the video effects that I'm showing. Apart from this, there are body effects as well. The body effects you can actually, you can apply on your Instagram reels, for your TikToks and all. You have seen these things, right? Say for example, this vortex ring effect. And all of this can be done without any technical expertise whatsoever. You just need to follow. I can apply the beautify effect and there are plenty of effects as you can find over here. Now this is only body effect again. There are plenty of other effects as well. You can find the audio effects are there, like the voice changer. You can change your voice into any other voice that you want to, like inside a cave, inside a church, surround sound, all of that. You can have a audio visualizer as well. Say for example, if I drop this over here and all of this can be done whenever there is audio, this kind of audio visualizer will come up, right? So this is quite majestic. Then you can also have the Boris effects and you can also have the news blue effect as well. So all of that effects are possible right under this effects tab. Now moving over to another thing that is very important, which is called the filters. If you are doing vertical videos like for Instagram or for TikTok or for YouTube shorts, filters are something that many people want. Say I want a sunny day, right? So I can just click on that and you can see that all of this can be done without. If I want a dim light, I can just click on this and you can see all of this can be done without. So I can one click change the appearance of the video from these filters, right? Just the way you apply filters on Instagram. So it's absolutely same and absolutely easy to use as well. Now one thing that I want to tell you over here is that these things that have this red gem on top, these actually comes with a payment plan, right? Now apart from this, there are many things that are free as well. You can use this absolutely anywhere that you want to. Apart from this, there are stickers. Now stickers are very important to add as overlay. Say for example, you are telling somebody to check in the description. So what you can do is that you can bring this on just like this. And once this is in, you can see this appears over here. Your own avatar. So you can actually resize it. You can reposition it wherever you want to just by dragging. You can resize it by holding this four corners and you can actually place it anywhere that you want to. So that's how amazing this is. And not only this, but there are plenty of stickers around. You can find these stickers over here. And if you don't find anything, you can go over and generate a sticker as well from AI sticker. That's also doable. Now, last but not the least, there is another tab which is called the templates tab. So just let us go over here. And in here, you can find there are plenty of opener screen, end screen, screen templates, all of these are done for you. You can readily add this to the end of your video or to the start of your video. Say thanks for watching. You can add any of these. You can add the end screens, you can add the start screens, whatever you wish to from here. Also, you can go ahead and add the split screen. Say for example, you want to play a couple of videos side by side. So here you go. There is a split screen in where you can have 2 videos in a same screen. You can go ahead and even have 4 videos within the same screen as well. You must have seen this in UGC contents, right? So this is the way to do it. So I know I have actually gone through this a little faster maybe, yeah, but there is nothing to teach over here. You just need to come over here and play with it. The more resources you have, the more knowledge about resources you have, the more easier it becomes as a video editor, right? So that wraps up this little section over here. Now we are heading on to the last section, which is the advanced editing section. Now on the advanced editing section, I'll show you something, but before that, let's recap a few advanced techniques. Like captioning is one of the advanced techniques, but I've already shown you, right? To apply a captioning, again, we just need to come over here and then go over to titles, and then from here we can go over to AI captions, right? And from here we can find the captions. We have already done it, right? So you can actually take a look at that as well. Now, another important aspect that we have in advanced editing is called keyframing. Keyframing can actually allow us to animate anything and everything, right? So I have shown you how to zoom in using the effects. Now I'm going to show you how to zoom in using keyframe. So say for example, I want to zoom in right from this point. So what we can do is that we can select the video over here, and from here we can just click on this, right? This is the tool section that we have, and in here we have this thing called keyframing. Just click on that, and as soon as you do so, you can see this dot appearing, right? So on the first keyframe, we are going to keep it as it is. This is going to be used as a marker. Like the keyframe now notes what different variables are assigned, right? So now let's copy this keyframe and let's go ahead to the position where we want the animation to end. Say for example over here. So let's add this, and on the final keyframe, I will change the value. Say I want to zoom in, so I will change the scaling to 200%, right? That means that from here the video would be zoomed, and from where the video zoom in will start is this point where I had added the initial keyframe, right? Because the initial keyframe is a marker, like it will hold the properties up to that point. So let's go ahead and play this step-by-step tutorial on how you can create your zoom in has started, right? Now the zoom in is really slow. If I want to make it fast, I have to decrease the distance between these 2 keyframes. So now if I play this, you can see the zoom in will be normal faster, right? So in this way, you can control the pace of it. You can control the amount of zoom in or any other animation. You can change the size of an object, like you can make a text from small to big. You can make a text from big to small, an image from small to big. All of that you can do with this keyframe animation. If you want to move a thing from one position of the screen to the other, you can play around with this position attribute, and you can actually have that displacement on screen as well. So all of that is doable, and that is what we call keyframe animation. So this is one of the most complex features in Filmora 14, and I really hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Now there is one more complex feature that it has, which is called motion tracking. So let's go ahead and find it out. Now say for example, I want this little clip over here, and in here, as you can see, this is a clip about a bike moving, right? Now on the headlight of the bike, I want my brand, say for example, right? So all that I need to do over here is that I want to go over to the start of this video right over here, and then we need to come over to this tool over here again, and in here we need to come over to this AI tracking tool, and from here we will go over to motion tracking. Just click on that, and then you get this little target over here. So we need to fix the target. So I want the headlight to be the target, right? So I'm just adjusting it in a way that I get the headlight itself, right? So I've got it. So once this is done, once you are perfectly positioned it, you just need to click on start motion tracking. So what this will do is that it will analyze the entire clip and find where the headlight has moved throughout the video, right? So it's creating that path. You can see this little box is adhered to this headlight, right? So now you can see the target within the box must be visible. So we have done it. Now let's click on OK. And now we need to link it to an element. So in here, we need to click on this. And from here, we can say import from computer. And let us go for my face, just for an example. This can be any logo of your company or any brand that you wish to. Now you can see it has been added over here. So let's actually resize it in the size of this headlight, and boom, it has been done. So let's play this. And as you can see, my image is moving along with the headlight. It's not like my image is placed at one particular portion, right? And this is achievable only via motion tracking. So the example of this can be, say, a fireball following your hand. you are doing like this and a fireball is sliding off. You can do this with motion tracking. So again, the opportunities are endless. How you are going to implement it, that's up to you, but this is how you can do this stuff. Now there can be one more thing that you want to do is, say for example, there is a number plate, right? And as we all know, we shouldn't actually apply the number plates over here. So the number should not be visible. So in those cases, what we can do is that we can go for the same thing like link element, and instead of import from a computer, we'll say add a mosaic. What mosaic does is blur it, right? You can see it has been blurred. So now we are going to adjust the shape and the size like this so that only the headlight part gets blurred, right? And now if we play this, you can see the headlight would be blurred all the time. The part of the headlight won't be seen so that you don't get into legal complications, right? So that was another real life example of motion tracking. So that almost wraps up this Filmora 14 tutorial, because I have shown you all the basic aspects. I've shown you all the advanced aspects. I've shown you all the complex aspects as well. Now, if I have missed anything, or if you want to know any specific thing, then do consider commenting down in the comments below. I'll try to cover up it in a separate other video. And if you want to really go through a hand-holding course on Filmora, you can consider enrolling on this Udemy course, which is my course on Filmora, and it contains Filmora 11 to Filmora 14, everything in a step-by-step manner so that you can get hold of video editing. That being said, there is one last section that I want to cover, which is the export settings. So for that, we need to come over to this export, click on that, and this gives us this export setting over here. Now, in here, there are a few settings that you need to do. One is this encoder. Make sure that the encoder is available so that you can get a faster rendering, right? This is very important. Then you can select the format in which you want your final video to be. You can select the resolution over here. And then if you want to make changes on the bit rate and everything, you can click on this advanced section, from where you can change the frame rate, you can change the bit rate, you can change the compression quality, you can change the encoder, you can change the channel, you can change all of this right from here, right? And then you can actually give it a title. You can select where you want to save it. You can save it on your local device, or you can also save it on Filmora Cloud if you have paid for it, because Filmora Cloud allows other developer to use the same thing as well. Say you are working in a team of 10 people, you can create a project and save it, and the other guy can take over from that, right? So that's quite cool. Then on the export setting, you also have this option called auto highlight, from where you can actually create a vertical video corresponding to your long video, and it will be a short highlight kind of video where you get the highlights of the video, right? Then you have this auto refrain option as well. This is again going to be important if you're doing a shorts. And then there's the GPU acceleration, which will be by default turned on if you have a graphics card, so that you have faster rendering, right? So that being said, that's all about the export settings. This is everything that you needed to know. And once done, you can just hit on this export and boom, the export would be done, right? Now, one more thing that I wanted to show you is the save feature. In here, if you want to save the project for future editing, you can just come over here and click on save project, and it would be saved for your future editing purposes. So that brings me to an end of this complete Filmora 14 tutorial and a complete Wondershare Filmora 14 video editor guide for beginners. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please consider liking it, because I had put in a lot of efforts to actually stitch everything together, and it took real pounding on my voice as well. So do spare me if I have actually fumbled anywhere, because this is a long shot that I needed to clear, and it's nearly over 1.5 hours that I'm recording the video. I know the final output would be a shorter one, because I had to wait many times for the final outputs and all of that. So that takes a lot of time. Also, I had to take a little break. So again, if you appreciate that, I would be grateful that if you hit a like and also consider subscribing to this channel. And don't forget to hit on the bell notification icon, because in this channel, you get this kind of videos that can help you to stay ahead of the competition, and you get the updates very first on this channel itself. So we'll meet again pretty soon somewhere over the internet. Until then, please take care of yourself and your families, and don't forget to keep making money online. Signing off is Shayan. Take care. Bye-bye.